All right, hello and welcome to my first Farming Simulator 25 series. Do a little bit of a role play here, but also give you guys behind the scenes. Not going to be like super duper like role play, I guess. I'm gonna just not gonna pretend I'm not like in a video game, and yeah, we might end up using some developer tools and stuff like that. But anyway, the premise is. Kind of like a survival challenge, a little bit, but I guess the role play is, this. I'm playing, I don't know, maybe a middle-aged guy, got divorced, got $500,000 out of the settlement or whatever. Was working in, I don't know, marketing, decided he hated it, wanted to change scenery, right? Decided to give it as a go at farming. So we're going to start the game with $500,000, easy economics, no start farm, and we're playing Riverbend Springs. We'll see if we can make it or if we just fail. I really don't know. It's going to be very hard, I think, to make it on $500,000. But we'll see. We shall see. So this is a character I had created previously, so I'm just going to change the name. Let's call it Sam Brooks. Not my real name, but just a name I like. Okay, confirm that. And we got to pick a starting location. I think I already have one in mind. Actually, I know I already have one in mind, and it's number 43 up here. It's only $64,000. It's far from the most expensive farm. It's not the cheapest farm either. There are cheaper plots you could get. I think 14 might be cheaper. Yeah, it's only 48,000. But I feel like 43 has some advantages that maybe 14 doesn't. For one, this is actually really close to the store where you buy equipment and stuff, right? So the vehicle shop. It's close, assuming you use the ferry, right? There's a little ferry. I kind of like the idea of using the ferry, but there's a ferry here. It goes back and forth. So you can just drive down here, take the ferry, you're at your field. If you're out here, you're basically driving, I don't know. I mean, you'd either have to like cut through all these fields or cut through the woods, go all the way down here. Yeah, or you'd have to drive all the way down and around. And this is kind of a sloped field. I mean, I guess it's not terribly sloped, but it is a bit sloped. I'm trying to stick to something pretty flat. What does this have in it? This says ready to harvest canola. I think really no matter what the field is, we're probably going to end up just destroying whatever crop is there, which I know is like a waste, but at the same time, it's red beet. It's I'm probably not going to have the money to buy like a combine off the bat and really get set up with like crop harvesting. So I'm thinking what I'm going to do is do grass and silage, like get a grass baler, a wrapper, mower, and try to sell silage. The other thing I'm kind of thinking is, I mean, we could do like, if we bought something with trees, like 14 doesn't really have trees, maybe a little bit. This has a few trees. I don't really want to go all in on trees though, right? And like cutting wood and selling wood. And I don't want this to like drag out either, although I'm going to edit this video, I think. So anyway, I think I'm going to just go ahead and move forward with Yeah, see, these ones with trees are super expensive too. This one I thought was interesting. It's very expensive though. And there's a house on it that you can't sell, which is annoying. Yeah, this one's for 66. Not the. This is actually cheaper. Yeah, let's go ahead and get going here. We're gonna buy this. So we bought our plot of land. I'm gonna need a place to sleep. I don't know. I've seen some other people, YouTubers and whatever, and they like have like a plot that they're like, oh, this is my survival challenge, but then they don't ever show themselves sleeping. I don't know how they sleep, but they like, oh, we slept, we advanced the day. It's like, do they have another hidden property? Which is probably the case. Anyway, I don't have another hidden property. I'm gonna need a place to sleep. I don't want to have to just wait through the night. So we're gonna build the cheapest farmhouse, which is this, and I'm just gonna tuck it in the corner over here, I think. If I can find, just had it, that overlaps somehow. This is okay. If I tucked it more over here, that overlaps, okay. Right, I mean, or I could put it down here. The problem is I think I'm gonna probably get a shed, though we probably don't need a shed. They're kind of a waste of money. It's just nice to have a shed. But it's not like your equipment gets damaged from being outside or anything. I think I like tucking this in here. Yeah, we're going to tuck that in there. All right, we have a place to sleep. We got a field. Do we need a shed? I guess we don't need a shed. We could buy a shed. If I was going to buy a shed, I think I'd put my shed, I don't know, like here or here. I mean, what is the 44,000, I guess, isn't terrible for a shed. There's this one. Oh, that's way too big, though. This is cheaper, but look, it's massive. I mean, our field is tiny. I wouldn't want to take up all that. This $10,000 shed. This is also massive. And this was 44K? 44 seems like a lot now. This is, oh, this is a tiny one. 25. This one's also 25. This seems big. Here's a $10,000. This is a tiny, tiny, tiny one. Would be able to fit a heck of a lot in that. This is 25. This is only 8,000. It's kind of oddly shaped though. 27 too big. 30 too big. Where was the... There's this for 25. Do I really need to be buying a shed? 25. I think I'm going to forego the shed, but I'm going to like carve out an area where like kind of like a yard and a shed and maybe eventually a silo, although if we're going to do grass, we're probably not going to need a silo, but you know, I'm thinking like maybe eventually, like, you know, we'll buy this plot of land and maybe that can be arable crops and we can have a silo and I don't know. I kind of want to buy this eventually, like this whole like block area here, right? So like 46, 48, 47, which has like a beehive on it, which I have no idea how beehives work. Yeah. All right, I'm gonna just carve out a little bit of a like a yard area, and yeah, I'll probably time lapse this, so you guys don't have to sit here and watch me do it very slowly. Hey, yeah, so that's it for now. I just built this little area. It's gonna be kind of our yard for now. We'll just probably have loose equipment here because I decided I'm not gonna buy a shed right now. It's just gonna be too much money. Because we already only have $379,000. And yeah, I really do think I want to do grass. So, I mean, we lost a bit of our field. I don't think it's too bad. And gave myself a little bit of a path here because, you know, the crop was basically right up against the house. Like, well, I mean, I guess, I don't know. I was thinking, you know, to turn around, but I mean, I suppose if you did a headland, I probably could have saved this area, but it's okay. I mean, you probably wouldn't want crop or whatever growing so close to your residence anyway. Yeah, because just eventually, if we get a truck or something, you know, you can pull it up here, and it's like a little driveway. It won't be in the way of the yard. Yeah, so let's head on over to the shops because we're gonna need some equipment. And we're gonna need obviously a tractor. I don't know what tractor to get. I have an idea. It's really between two tractors, I think, in my head, which is this Massey Ferguson, just because I really love Massey Ferguson. At least I liked them in Farming Simulator 22. I haven't done much 25 playing yet, just a tiny bit. And then this other Massey Ferguson. So it's basically between the two Macy's. Either the small or the medium, and basically it comes down to how much horsepower we're going to need, right? So the horsepower here starts at 155, and then we can obviously bump that up, but it gets more expensive. I'm thinking if we go with the medium-sized tractor, we'll probably pretty much get it stock at the 149,500 price, maybe. Right, we can even get this down, right? Total price, options. Oh, base price. Okay. Yeah, we'd have to take down like that, and then maybe, yeah, no harness or whatever. But yeah, I'm thinking if we go medium, we'll probably go pretty stock base price. If we go small, we probably won't go stock, and we'll bump this up quite a bit, and it might end up being almost the price of the medium, but you know, like 95 horsepower probably isn't going to cut it. So I mean, what's the highest this goes to? 130. That might be okay. 130 puts us at 110, and the base price the other was what, 149.50. So this is still a bit cheaper. If you start adding like a front loader, then yeah, it adds a little bit more. But I don't know what I need for power quite yet. So let's see. What is like the mowers themselves, I don't think require much. The balers and the wrapper might. And if we're gonna have to cultivate or plow or basically destroy the field, the beets that are there with something, And that's gonna probably, that actually might be the worst as far as like what we need for power. We're gonna need a baler. Here's a cheap baler. It's a square baler. What's it give you? It gives you 120 centimeters versus. First, before we buy anything, let's see if there's anything on sale that might be useful to us. This looks like a. What is this? John Deere 345 plus. This looks like some sort of harvesting header almost that's folded up. I really don't know what this is. I don't think it's for grass though. This is a roller. Oh, is this the grass roller? I think this is the grass roller. And you can add a seeder to it? You can roll and seed in one go? Oh, I think we're doing this. This is the, let me check real quick. I'm pretty sure this is the, I wish it gave you like a description, like when you are in here, like it doesn't tell you like what the hell this is. It's like, oh, it's a Maxi Roll 630. It's like, okay, well, I'm not so familiar with farming equipment to know what the hell that actually is, but I'm pretty sure that's the grass roller, right? If I go down, because there's a special grass roller, I do know that. I did play the game enough. I have not played very much at all, but I did at least check that out. So if we go into grassland, right? Here's the grassland care. Is this not? Yeah, this is it. 17.5, but it's on sale. Right? Maxi Roll 630, Maxi Roll 630, 60% off. And it has a grass seeder, so I think you can seed and roll in one go. Yeah, let's do that. For a grand prize of 10, for again, grand price of 10K. Yeah. So what does this need for horsepower? This needs, it's recommending 100 horsepower. Okay, so that's our baseline for the time being. I'm glad I checked that out. This is also a, this tractor's on sale. Is that, it's not a Macy. I really do like the Macy's, but half off. Fendant. Is that a medium-sized tractor? How does that compare to the Macy I really like? I just want to see. Is that a medium? It was a Fendant. Was it the 700 Vario? No, it was a 300 Vario. So that's a small tractor. There's a 200. There's a 300. It's 134,000. Half off. Let's just see real quick. Just because it is on sale, I might have to go with it. This goes up to how much horsepower? Right now, by default, its base has 113. Goes up to 142, which isn't bad. Wheel setup standard. What the heck is Black Beauty? Oh, just a black paint. Not doing that. Front loader. I mean, I can always get this as my first tractor and then eventually get a Macy just because I love Macy. Yeah, what would this cost on sale? Right, because 142, even if we went with the medium Macy, which is 150, you get 155 horsepower. Granted, you can bump that up to 210. So this would give us a lot more longevity as we could upgrade it, but it would cost us, you know, 150 grand out the bat versus this thing's on sale for like 67. But that's obviously the base model. If I bump up the price, we're at 82. Bump up the price, bump up the horsepower. We're at 82 grand. Which 82 grand, it is cheap compared to this. Doesn't have quite the horsepower that this does. And this can also, yeah, I don't know. What about the small Macy? That was like 82 grand all decked out, and this was, if we deck this out to the max, it's 110. I guess it's 130 horsepower. This is 110 for 130 versus, what was it? 82. You do save some money. I might have to do this. I might have to, but before we do that, let's check this. What is this? This looks like mowing equipment. 20 grand. All right, let's go to grassland and let's look at mowers because we're going to need this. I think I'm going to just go with the small because we don't need anything, and this is cheaper, right? I'll get the front mower and the back mower. So we'll have to have a tractor that can take a front attachment. This is the thing that's on sale, which is way too... All right, so we're going to buy this. This, 60 horsepower, nothing. Okay, so let's buy this. And we're going to buy this to go with it. This needs 120 horsepower. And we're going to need to buy a baler and a wrapper. I'm almost wondering if we should hold off on the baler and the wrapper. Maybe we will. Just to see if it pops up in a special, right? So I don't know that I want this really cheap baler here. I think I might end up wanting to get like either this one, because that can do 240 centimeters versus 120, or this one. Really, there's not much difference between these. This one actually needs a lot more horsepower, so probably this one, 195, just to run this baler. Oof, that's going to be a problem. It's our tractor. The small tractor doesn't go up to 195, not even close. What about this baler? 250. This one only needs 50. 245. Yeah, all these are going to be... I think we're going to have to go with this baler, and then we're going to have to spend a lot more on a tractor. We only have 320. Or we could go with this baler. This just makes such tiny bales, though. At least this can do 180 to 240. And it costs a lot, though. I don't know. And once we buy the tractor, we're going to be almost broke. And we still need like a windrower, and we probably don't need a tedder, but we do need a windrower. So let's get the windrower. This 500,000 is going to be a challenge. This is why I'm not buying a shed. Buying a shed doesn't make sense. And we're going to need a trailer to transport this. I don't think we're going to be able to get the baler. This baler, right? Because 195, unless we just kind of roll the dice and get like a tractor that doesn't have 195, and try to pull it with like a tractor that has 155, it might be okay. Might struggle a little. Our land is flat, so it's not like we have to go uphill. So that's good. Yeah, I mean, this is already 150. Like, that's half our... Yeah, I'm thinking we're going to go cheap. Maybe we go with this Fendant on sale, even though I don't love it. But we could bump it up and have 142 horse out the gate for 82K. Or 133 for 76K. How does that compare against the Macy again? The Macy's already at 92 base. They only get you 95. If you want to bump it up, already at 100K. Okay. All right. I'm not going to buy the tractor quite yet. We will soon. We're going to need something to cultivate. We already have a seeder and a roller. And we already have the mowing attachments. We're going to need a windrower, though. Where's the windrowers? Right here. 5K for a 2.5 meter. Or we could go 9K. And that gets us 4.7. I think 15 is going to be a little too pricey. That gets us 3 meters. This is actually wider and it's cheaper. Clearly everything else is probably well out of our price range. So I think we either have to go with the 5, the 9, or the 15. 15 is probably a bit expensive, and this isn't even... doesn't get us the width of this. And this requires 35 horsepower, and this is 100. Why is this one so much more expensive? I'm very tempted to go with the 9 and not the 5. Just because 2.5 meters is not... Yeah, let's go with this. Let's go ahead and buy that. Okay, we have our windrower and our mowing and our seeder and our roller. We will need something to... I don't know what to get as far as like plowing. There's this for 14, 85 horsepower. I watched a video a while back, and of course I don't remember, but it was like, it showed you which ones have large rocks and which ones only have small rocks and stuff like that. I don't really want large rocks. I think a lot of the disc harrows and cultivators end up giving you large rocks for some reason. Plus, with the plow, you can create a field. Not that we're going to really need to with our current property, but we could eventually use it to create a field. But that's 14K versus what? 16 is the cheapest cultivator. But you can get a... we can get a disc harrow for shallow cultivation of fields. You think if it was shallow, you wouldn't get large rocks. But maybe you get weeds. Might have to deal with weeds later. 3 meters. Everything else is on my price range. What about like a subsoiler? $1.5, 2 meters. Spader. Oh no, that's way too expensive. Yeah, I'm thinking the disc. The disc. I'm thinking this one here. Only 95 horsepower. It's 3 meters. I don't know what this is going to mean for us as far as like weeds and rocks. But I don't want to, I also don't want to do like a bunch of like research and like be like, oh, this is the best one. And I found this Excel sheet. Like I kind of just like playing the game and figuring it out as I go. So this cultivator requires 110 is 3.1. And then this disc power is 3 meters and 95 horsepower. They both say shallow. 9,500, 9,000. You know what? I think I'm going to go with the disc thing. Let's go ahead and just pull the trigger on this one. Buy this. Oh, that's another thing. Another rule that I've made for myself. I don't think I'm going to allow myself to lease equipment. A survival challenge, and I'm not going to do... I'm only going to do contracts. If I do contracts, I'm not going to allow myself to rent the equipment. So I'm still up in the air on if I'm going to allow myself to do any contracts at all. But I can't lease equipment. I can't... If I do contracts, I can't lease the equipment to do the contract. And... yeah. How much money do we have? We have 302. We're still going to need some seeds. We're not going to need a seeder. We're still going to need money for things that I'm probably forgetting. We have a roller. We're going to need a baler. We're going to need a wrapper. The balers are not cheap unless we do those tiny square bales, which I think we might have to do. Otherwise, we're going to have to spend a shit ton of money on a tractor that's got like almost 200 horsepower. How about these wrappers? Probably just go with this cheap wrapper here. What's the difference between this and this? Okay, so these can wrap up to 150 centimeters. And the bales, well, this is only 120, so I guess it's not that much smaller. And this can't even do, right? Am I reading that right? Is that what these, right? If I wanted to wrap a bale that was, 240 centimeters, I don't think I could do it, right? Is this the size of the bale? Maybe not. I would think that none of these go up to 240. All right, so I must not be understanding that quite right. I don't know what this means. 125 to 150. A bale packs bay and foil. Yeah, all right, so about a little less than 20K. I don't think we'd buy this one. We'd probably buy this one. So just quick math in my head. So that would be like 280. And then if you did a baler for 20K, 22K, you're going to be at like 260. We're going to have to buy consumables. We might have to buy weed stuff. So I think we had to buy this tractor. I don't love this tractor, I'll be honest. But I think I'm going to buy it. Right, it's got the attachment in the front, right? I should be able to attach, right? Is that a 3-point attacher? I hope. I will allow myself to use the developer tools if I need to like go back and correct things, right? Because it's not clear to me, right? Like that this is Does this have a 3-point attachment? It looks like there's an attacher here, right? Can the mower attach to this or not? I'm not 100% certain that it can. I think it can. If it can't, I will sell the tractor for obviously not what I bought it for, but then I'll make up the difference with the developer tools, so it will set us back to exactly where we were. I'm not opposed to that at all. Okay, so we're going to go with this tractor. It comes with, do I want to go right to 142? It's going to put me at 82K or 133. Maybe I just do the 133. What are the wheels set up? I can add wheel weights. We might need like a weight in the front too. We'll probably have to buy a weight. I think I'll do this. This will cost me 80K. I'm just going to write this down to know exactly what we spent on this. 79, 115, in case it just doesn't work out for me and I want to quote unquote return it and reset back to our money how we were before we bought this. Okay, so we're going to buy this. All right, let's go see what we got. We have a lot of stuff. Hopefully, this tractor doesn't suck. Seems okay. Can I attach my mower to the front though? That's what I really want to know right now. Yep. Okay. I think we're good there. We still have $223,000. We still have probably a few more bits of equipment to get. And like I said, I don't want to be at zero and then like get into like the game further and realize, oh shit, we have like huge weed problem that we can't really take care of because we have no money. Am I on the wrong side? I'm on the wrong side. Dummy. I'm a dummy. Okay, so now I just need to spend a bunch of time getting this equipment over to the farm. So I will probably time-lapse that for you guys, because otherwise it's going to be quite boring for you to watch me drive back and forth. I wish I could teleport this stuff. I would not be opposed to doing that. I don't think there's a mod out yet that does that. There was for Farming Simulator 22, but yeah. I mean, I would just chalk it up and be like, oh yeah, the shop delivered it to me, right? You can just pretend that. But yeah. Anyway, probably jump into the time lapse. All right, so back at the farm, I think I've decided I'm going to leave the other equipment over there for now. I was about to grab the roller and seeder, but then I decided I better not, because I'll probably just buy the seeds and fill it up over there, then bring it over here when I'm ready to plant. That way they don't have to like try to transport the seeds, because I would have to buy like a trailer just to do that, and I don't want to really do that. So it kind of feels bad because this is like a nice crop that's just gonna go to waste. Basically, I'm gonna destroy it. So yeah, I think I'm gonna do that now. Just go ahead and get this field plowed or disc harrowed, or however you would say that. And yeah, let's just gonna get into it and probably time lapse that as well. Turn on my steering assist. 3 auto. Sure. Auto. Let's see. Hopefully this works. Auto. Alright, let's try starting over here. Seems about right. Alright, that is a job done. Look at that. We have a nice clean field to work with now. And yeah, let's see, it's August in the game, not in real life. Let me just drop this down, detach that. We're gonna need to go get our other equipment. I think I'm going to grab some of the other equipment and then probably call it there. And then we'll do probably planting in the next episode. I just want to see real quick. I think we can plant grass pretty much anytime or most of the year. Let's see. Popular. Where's grass? You can harvest it anytime it's ready. It's grown. You can harvest it all year. And we can plant all the way into November. So even if we don't get to plant until September, because it is already 13:36 o'clock, which is only like 1 p.m., but I don't know. Well, maybe we can end episode 2, get the grass planted all in August. Should probably have enough time to plant the grass, I would think. The tractor seemed fine, you know. It seemed like it had plenty of power to pull that disc. I don't know how to pronounce that word. The disc. But then I haven't really used discs a lot before. I mostly use the plows. Maybe those just are heavier to pull. Oh, the other thing I wanted to do real quick in my game settings is I did want to the fuel consumption on high, because I think it's on normal. Yeah, let's put that on high. I did change shut off disaster, shut off crop destruction, field stones. I guess we'll see. That becomes a problem. Weeds. Yeah, I don't want to shut those off. I feel like they're kind of part of the game. But yeah, overall, I guess I would say pleasantly surprised or happy with this tractor. It's not bad. I'm trying to explain my boy, this thing is loud as anything. This ferry. Trying to explain my affinity. I guess just in Farming Simulator 22, one of the first tractors I got was I think a small Massey Ferguson, and just I don't know. Ever since then, I just kind of been like, Massey's the best. And I really don't like John Deere just because of, like, in real life they're kind of a shitty company with, like, not letting farmers repair their tractors, and having them have to have, like, certified technicians. They're basically trying to license their tractor and almost as like a service in a sense. So I pretty much stay clear of John Deere, even though, you know, it's just a video game, right? It's not like I'm really giving John Deere money. I mean, I'm sure Giants gave them money already to use their name in the game, so it's not like I'm doing any harm by not using them in game. But anyway, I just, as a brand, I just don't like them, so I avoid them like the plague in the game. Okay, so we're gonna need to buy some seed, and we'll have to fill this up and bring it over. And then the windrower, I guess we don't really need quite yet. I might buy a front weight for this too, although we haven't really needed it yet. All right, let me buy some seed real quick. Well, actually, you know what? I think maybe we'll just leave it there. Nah, we'll buy some seed real quick. We'll fill this up. I'll drag it over, and then we'll call it a day. All right, let's get some seed. Seed. Is that under consumables? No, that's forage. Where's the grassland? Consumables. That's a silage additive. Baling. Grassland. Nope. Where are the seeds? I think they're up higher. I think I went past them. Here we go. Oh yeah, we might end up needing some, like, lime, fertilizer, and a spreader, which is going to dig into our money. So I think I'm really happy with the fact that we got that tractor on sale. Oh, this wasn't there before. What is this? $8,000, but we already bought a disc thing. But this is needs 205 horsepower anyway. I didn't think the sale items popped up that quickly. I thought you had to wait till, like, the next month, but that wasn't there before. Maybe because we bought so much stuff on sale already. Because we got 2 things on sale, the tractor, and we just completely lucked out with that roller. And the fact that a tractor, we really lucked out with the tractor too. Anyway, we need seed. We need grass seed, herbicide. None of this is seed. Oh, that's yield improvements. Seeds. Here they are. Seeds. Is that grass? These can be anything, including grass? I think so. Same price. I don't really understand the bags, the point of them. I'd much rather have like a pallet. Yeah, because we could always get forklifts for the tractor and drag it over to our property, which we'll probably do eventually, but not yet. For now, we just have the, I want to buy this. I need to click on it, right? Buy. Okay, yeah, for now we just have the equipment right here. So we should be able to load this up with seeds before we head over there. And I don't think we'll need any more. Our field's tiny, so I turned on automatic start engine. Yeah, I think we've, unless that seed container, right? Maybe the seed container is like super small. I don't know. I think we should probably, hopefully, be able to do our whole field without having to either come back with this for seeds, or I probably would just buy a forks at that point. I'd have to add an attachment to the tractor. Then I just carry it over with forklifts. Okay, can we refill roller? There we go. Filled with grass seed. Can we close the cover? Hey, look at that. We're going to have a nice little grass operation. Well, you know it. We'll be baling and wrapping and making silage, and maybe eventually we'll get, I don't know, some sheep or something, and then they can eat the grass that we bale up. Although they wouldn't eat the silage, we have to give them just normal grass. Or hay. But to get hay, we'd have to get a tedder. Which I don't think we're going to get a tedder. At least not for a while. Yeah, I don't know. Excuse me. Yeah, I don't know what to do as far as like, so our plot is small, which I guess is okay. Like I said, I kind of want to eventually buy 46, but that's really expensive. Is 44? 44 is only 72. It's a little cheaper than that one. 45. Super expensive. 44 might not be a bad option. I mean, it's a really long field, but if, like, I don't know, we cut off a good chunk for like sheep or something, then we could have like some other sort of crop. And then we could, yeah, or maybe some other animals. I don't know. I probably need some greenhouses somewhere, someplace as well. I don't know where to put a greenhouse. We don't have... Do we have really easy access to water? Probably not. I didn't even look at that, really. I mean, there's this here, but can you really back in a... Yeah, I don't know. Can you back in... I have to go back down and look. Back in a tanker to fill it with water? Maybe. I'll go down and check real quick before I end the video. I don't think I'm going to go all the way back to the store, but I'll head that way because I'm going to pick up that windrower, although I don't really need to pick it up. I mean, I could wait. I'm just going to disconnect this. What about our field right now? I just want to see, does it say we need anything? It doesn't say, it says it's 100% fertilized, so I think we could probably just start seeding and rolling at the same time. I'm just trying to think. This field right now is not very big. I wonder if we could put a greenhouse over here instead of a shed. Maybe we just don't need to worry about a shed at all until much later in the game. just want to go. Let's go check out that water. Ah, truck. Go off road. Maybe that truck will pass. I'm gonna hit a tree. Good job. I'm not gonna go back. I'm not gonna get that windrower. Just gonna leave it there. Right. So if we were here, yeah, I guess we could sort of, kind of steep, but yeah, you could back up here with a water tank, right, and fill it up. You could back up with a water tank, fill it up. It's not too bad of a drive either. I mean, it's not like super close. If I was really gonna go hard into like the greenhouses, I might have picked a different property that's got like direct water access right on it. It's a little bit of a drive up the hill, but not terrible. I don't have to drive like halfway across the map or anything. Let me just look real quick. Yeah, let's see. Like, what is this pond here? Yeah, like this lot 12, although that's like, what did we pay for ours? I don't remember. It was like 63, wasn't it? Right, you have this water here. You also have it on 26. 140 and 13 all have good access to this water. This has water, but I mean, there's really no fields. You'd have to make some fields. It looks really hilly too. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, here's some nice water. I really this was such a tempting thing for me, but I was looking at it in my other game. They have corn in it in this version, and I bought it in another game, and I was just just playing around testing, and like you can sell the shed, you cannot sell the house, and the house doesn't even have a sleep trigger, right? You can't even use it to like sleep. So that kind of aggravated me, and I just was like, eh. But this was a kind of a nice thing because it's got some trees too. You can do a little bit of forestry, but it's super expensive. I wouldn't have been able to do that with this challenge. Anyway, yeah, I think that's where I'm going to leave it for today. Oh, I don't want to be here though. Let me go back to my, well, I can just tab into my tractor. There we go. Yeah, I'm going to leave it here for today. Next time, I think we will plant the grass and see where else it takes us. Need to figure out what our next steps are really besides grass, right? I mean, obviously we're going to do grass and probably silage and sell that. Going to need to figure out, we still have $200,000 ish, 220. We need a baler. We need a something to wrap the silage with to make it silage, right? You don't need a tedder, right? I'm pretty sure you don't need a tedder for silage, if I remember right. And we'll have to transport those bales, so we're gonna need quite a trailer. So yeah, trailer, baler, wrapper. We need to do all of it for under 200. Well, roughly $200,000. It's gonna be tight. Yeah, kind of why I didn't buy like everything quite yet. We did quite well with the sales. We might have to do more sales, right? So after I plant the seed and whatever, it's probably gonna be like nighttime, right? Because it's already like 14:50, so whatever time that is. Yeah, we're probably gonna have to go do the sleep trigger, and then we'll go check and see what we have on sale. And yeah, we'll have to figure out what else to do. Like, am I gonna have enough to maybe also do a small-ish greenhouse, because that would be nice to get some extra income and not just do the grass. Speaking of small-ish greenhouse, how big are those greenhouses? Could I fit one like over here? Sheds, silos, container tools, farmhouse. Where's the factory? Greenhouses. Yeah, if I move the equipment myself, I could build this here. Oh, this is probably better. This is a small, this is way more expensive, but smaller. Interesting. What are the differences, really? Oh, this one's specifically for rice. Tarp greenhouse. Oh, wait. Oh, this one is for rice. This one's specifically for rice. This one is just a general greenhouse. And it actually kind of fits nice. I wonder if I could maybe even plop it here. Just trying to think, like if I ended up doing a shed too. Maybe we just don't worry about a shed. We'll wait until we buy more property. I don't know. Anyway, thanks everyone for watching, and we'll see you next time.